Now the dude knows that this monster creature you can see over towards the right is somewhere ahead of him. The dude has been separated from Ernie the Big Cat Lad and Dolly the Invoker, and he's quite wounded. So he's going to quickly attempt to heal himself before he has to engage this creature that will probably hear his spell casting. So the first thing the dude is going to do is, obviously, he has to roll initiative for his Cure Serious Wounds. So we go to our Actions tab on our character sheet and our Powers tab. On that, it has a secondary tab, the Powers tab. And then we will look at the Cure Serious Wound spell, click the little magnifying glass to show our initiative, roll our initiative, which will put us at a 16, but that is still faster than the zombie creature. So the dude will left click on himself after holding the control button. So you will hold control, left click on himself, and that will allow him to cast the spell. We will click cast, then we will click heal, and the healing will already be implemented. The dude was healed for 9 points of damage. He's still quite wounded, but that is all that the dude was able to do that round. It will be the zombie's turn to move and probably move towards the dude. The zombie, for its part, did hear the dude, but it wasn't facing the dude, so it has to turn completely around. And remember, each turn of facing after the first one is not free. It's half a point of movement. So that's half a point, that's 1 point, that's 1.5, that's 2 points just for it to turn around. And the zombie doesn't have an extremely fast movement. It only has 9 points of movement. So that's 5, 10, 15 to move to here, plus another 2 points, which makes it 25. This is more than half of the zombie's movement. And if it pushes up towards the dude, that would put it almost at the end of it. But at this range, because it's a giant creature, a large creature, I should say, it can reach the dude. It'll get one single attack because it moved more than half of its movement. It will target the dude. You notice that it shows the dude is targeted here. I will, in the combat tracker, just double click the attack. The attack lands on the dude. Luckily, the dude had healed himself earlier. The dude spell was already cast, so it doesn't actually interrupt that. It was cast before that. But the dude did take 3 points of damage there. So we will end that combat round. The zombie, the monster zombie, of course, fully intending to continue its battle with the dude. The dude, however, wishing to not have to be involved in this melee until he's had a chance to properly heal himself, realizing that he can probably outmaneuver the zombie, decides that he's going to withdraw. Now, withdraw is an action that means you are allowed to move double your movement as long as it is essentially in a straight line, and the immediate area that you step out of isn't considered threatened by anything, so nothing will be able to get an attack of opportunity that threatens that immediate square. It's just a movement action, and it's all you can do that round. So the dude rolls a 1 plus 3 for his movement, still faster than the zombie. The dude has a movement of 24 now because he's not encumbered. His base is 12. The dude spins around, free facing, and half, and 1, and 1.5. So that's 1.5 out of 24 squares. The dude wishes to move all the way down as far as he possibly can, knowing that much of what is ahead of him is in the darkness, but he still needs to move as far as he can. So the DM has to approve movement of the characters so that they can move properly. They have to just try it out. And you notice the dude is almost able to move to that entire area. The hallway curves a bit too much for him, so he has to adjust his chosen movement a bit so that he can maneuver. And I will go back to the DM side and approve that again, as the dude, you can see, has been able to maneuver to an area that looks like there was some kind of a small pit in the area there for the dude. The dude is not really in a pit, just a slimy covered area, that's what I should say. And the dude is able to maneuver to this point here. And that's more than likely going to be far enough away from the zombie creature that the zombie creature can't make it to the dude within just one round. Let's look back at the zombie, see how far it can move. We know it can move 9, which is 45 feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's as far as it can move, and that is all of its movement. It won't be able to do anything at all this round. But the dude has kind of backed himself into a corner here. So the dude is going to have to cast another healing spell on himself this next round. And, of course, the zombie will probably lose initiative, but the dude may end up being in a terrible situation. He could try to turn this creature, which is probably the better idea for him right now, that if he's successful, it would give him the opportunity to properly heal himself. So turning is a normal action for him. It's just as if he was moving, so he will roll this for his turning action. He has beat he's got a lower initiative than the zombie. The zombie's got well over 100 because zombies attack very slowly. The dude needs to target the zombie. Not the zombie needs to target the dude. The dude needs to target the zombie and not himself. So we have the dude ready. Okay. And the dude will now, let me move back to that section of the map on the player's map here. The dude will target the zombie, right, as you can see. We are currently here on the next actor, who is the dude. And the dude will target the zombie. You see he has the zombie targeted. Looking at actions, there's a section that says turn. This is only for those individuals who have the ability to turn or command undead. We have targeted the undead. We will click and roll, and you will see that it was successful. That means that the zombie must retreat. It hasn't been destroyed, but it must retreat at its maximum movement away from the dude, which it will begin doing now. And once it disappears out of sight, then the dude obviously cannot see it, and the dude can take more time now to simply target himself so that he can make sure to not have the zombie still upon him. The DM will clear the target since the dude can't see it. The dude will target himself. He will again cast a healing spell upon himself. You will notice that this time it healed him for a bit more. He has taken a grand total of 28 points of damage, has out of 65 hit points, so he's still relatively wounded. He's ran out of his more extensive healing spells. He's going to attempt to cast another Cure Light Wounds upon himself. He's going to cast this, heal himself again. This time he's down to 28. He will take the opportunity to put one more Cure Light Wounds upon himself, which healed 5 more points of damage. He's taken 15 points of damage in total, and he is now at 40 of 65 hit points. He's going to begin cautiously maneuvering, trying to see if he can find a way around where his companions were. This is where player mapping really would come in handy, because you would have an idea of where the map had gone. So the dude is able to move 12 squares, which is approximately 60 foot, as long as he can see it in a straight line. A little bit less when you're navigating slowly around an area. And again, remember, when we're looking at these battle maps, the DM needs to approve movement every time that it occurs. So I'm going to switch over to the DM side, and we are going to see the dude able to maneuver around to this area. The dude obviously doesn't know where the zombie is. The zombie is gone at this point. It retreated down some corridor away from the dude, which is good for the dude. The dude has made it to this far with his continual light coin, which is attached to his shield at this moment. He doesn't know where his companions are, but we have demonstrated how the dude was able to maneuver, how the dude was able to target himself, untarget himself, target himself, untarget himself. Again, this is holding down the control button and left-clicking on the dude. If we choose to not target the dude, but we still wish to cast a spell upon him, let us say that he casts Cure Light Wounds. So we're going to click Cast Cure Light Wounds. We're going to roll Heal, and we're going to drag this to the combat tracker and drop it on the dude, or drag it to the map and drop it on the dude. In both cases, it will apply that healing to the dude. You notice that applied 8 points of healing. The dude is now taken 7 points of damage, but he's entirely out of his healing magics. He has no more healing spells in memory. He is alone in this underground complex. He doesn't have a map that will lead him out, so he would probably wander around a little bit. After a while, he may encounter another one of these zombie-type creatures, or he may encounter something else. If it is one of these zombie-type creatures, then that's going to become another issue for him. And it is, as we can see here, it was just around the corner there looking for him. We're going to engage a little bit with this creature. The dude has no choice. He could try to turn it. He could try to turn it, don't forget. So he does have that choice. And his action will, of course, this round be to attempt to turn. So we've got to get back to the dude, have the dude see another of these zombie creatures here. He's going to roll to attempt to turn it. He will still be at a more quick, he'll be more quickly, a faster rate, we should say. He'll be quicker than the zombie, attempting to turn. Now, this time you notice that we didn't have anything targeted. Just like before, when we don't target things, you can drop it on the combat tracker to see if it's going to successfully turn. Now, that is not going to successfully turn this undead. He needs higher than a 6 to turn this undead at 9th level, telling you it's a relatively tough undead. We will target it again and drop this number back on that creature so you can see. And again, no turning is showing up. So he is stuck this round with the creature moving towards it, as we will now have the zombie step forward towards the dude, moving, facing him, crashing in at him from what would have been behind, because the dude has now turned his facing away, missing with the first of 2 attacks, missing with the second attack as well. No, hitting with the second attack, my apologies. You'll note that he is attacking the dude from behind. Technically that should be with a +2 bonus, although the first attack still would have missed. When we zoom in, you can see the dude is not facing the zombie. The dude is going to have to make a decision this next round, and his decision is going to be to stand and fight. So it is the next round, and the dude is going to stand and fight with his Horseman's Mace, which is rolled by initiative here. He's going to have to turn facing. He's obviously going to be, quicker than the zombie. If he has to, he does understand that he can outmaneuver the zombie. So he will turn and face the creature and step up towards it, which, closing in on its reach, would cause an attack of opportunity from the zombie to occur. He has no choice. The zombie has reach. The dude has stepped forward there after his movement has been sorted. The creature will, of course, get one single attack of opportunity, missing at the dude, as the dude will now be able to target the zombie with his Horseman's Mace. Missing it with his Horseman's Mace. The zombie will get both of its attacks on the dude. It has the dude targeted, as you can see. Attack 1 coming in at the dude is a 19. I didn't have it targeted. We will drag it over to the combat tracker, and you will see. Drag. That is a hit on the dude. I will now make sure that we have the dude targeted. And the zombie does have the dude targeted for the second attack. So the first attack is hit, doing an additional 7 points of damage, and the second attack from its offhand misses, but not by much. The dude is back down to having taken 17 points of damage. He doesn't have a whole lot of options, right? He can run away. He can continue to fight. In this case, the dude is probably going to opt to move away. So that is what the dude is going to choose to do. He's going to roll initiative just to move. He's beaten the zombie on initiative, so he's definitely going to be first. The DM is going to declare that the dude is first. You'll see the dude is first here. The dude is going to try to maneuver away, turning his facing around just like he should. But this is going to cost him an attack of opportunity as he is attempting to maneuver away. He'll still be able to slightly outrun the zombie, but he forgot and ran back into this empty room. The zombie will get a single attack at the dude's back when the dude begins to flee away from him. So we will make this attack and see what happens there. As this is an 18 that hit, 16 plus 2. Doing another 2 points of damage to the dude, but the dude is able to successfully maneuver away from the zombie, hopefully enough to where he can get away and the creature may not be able to fully follow him. That's what we're hoping as he maneuvers all the way down to here. This is, again, just a couple of examples of how we are able to target things, target ourselves, maneuver around, etc. This should be used in conjunction with the earlier examples I showed you, as this is an easier example to follow.